What a safe fine art photoshoot actually looks like. When people think about a photoshoot, they usually imagine the moment the camera starts clicking. The poses, the lighting, the final images being created in real time. But a safe fine art photoshoot is defined by something that happens long before the camera is even used. It begins with preparation, not technical preparation, but human preparation. Before any session starts, there is clarity. Clarity about what the shoot is for, what will happen, what will not happen, and what boundaries will be respected without question. This stage is not formal for the sake of structure. It is important because uncertainty is one of the biggest sources of discomfort in any creative environment. When people know what to expect, they relax. When they do not, they hesitate. And hesitation affects everything that follows. As the session begins, communication becomes the foundation of the entire process. A safe photoshoot is not silent authority from the photographer. It is ongoing dialogue. Instructions are given clearly, but not forcefully. Suggestions are made, but never imposed. And most importantly, the subject is always aware that they can pause or adjust at any moment. Nothing is locked. Nothing is final. Everything remains flexible. Another important element of a safe shoot is pacing. Beginners often underestimate how much time people need to feel comfortable in front of a camera. But comfort does not appear instantly. It develops gradually, through small interactions, through repetition, through familiarity with the environment and the photographer. A safe shoot respects that pace instead of rushing past it. There is also constant attention to subtle feedback, not just verbal communication, but physical and emotional signals. A slight change in posture, a moment of hesitation, a shift in expression. These signals are part of the conversation, even if no words are spoken. A responsible photographer learns to notice them early and adjust accordingly. This is not about overthinking every movement. It is about staying aware of the human experience in the room. Equally important is the idea of shared control. A safe photoshoot is not one person controlling everything while the other simply follows. It is a collaborative space. The photographer may guide direction, but the subject has agency in how they express themselves. That balance creates trust, and trust creates natural expression. Another key part of safety is emotional tone. The atmosphere of a shoot matters as much as the technical setup. If the environment feels tense, rushed, or overly controlled, that energy is reflected in the images. But when the environment feels calm, respectful, and steady, the subject naturally becomes more expressive. Because people respond to energy as much as instruction. Even breaks are part of safety. A pause in a session is not a disruption. It is often a necessary reset. A moment to check comfort. A moment to step back and breathe. A moment to ensure that the creative process remains healthy and sustainable. And after the session ends, the process still continues. A safe photoshoot does not suddenly stop when the camera is turned off. There is closure, acknowledgement, respect for the time and effort shared during the session. Because how a shoot ends often matters just as much as how it begins. So what does a safe fine art photoshoot actually look like? It looks slow. It looks communicative. It looks flexible. It looks attentive. And above all, it looks human. Because the best photography does not come from control. It comes from environments where people feel safe enough to simply be themselves. And that is what allows real images to exist.